It might sound very strange at first, but we can easily say that mushrooms are extremely intelligent. I know that sounds silly when you go into the supermarket and you see some mushrooms just sitting there. But if we go back into the late 90s and some of the experiments that have been done there, they're absolutely horrendous. Probably my favorite experiment was written up in a book by one of my colleagues, Paul Stammet, called Mycelium Running. And what it did is so before I go into it, we should go into a little bit of anatomy or physiology on mushrooms.
Okay, yeah.
What we think is a mushroom as the fruit, when we eat a mushroom, it's the fruit just like an apple is the fruit of a tree.
Okay.
Or a papaya or something like that. The real tree is underground. And these things are absolutely and utterly huge. When I mean huge, some of these are bigger than 100 miles in diameter.
And one
literally.
plant? One plant?
One plant, one being, one individual, genetically homogeneous, can be over 100 miles in diameter. And there's ones that have shown to be almost 1,000 square kilometers in size. So we're talking the biggest species on the planet, making the sequoia trees look small, the blue whales, gray whales, all this stuff, looking very small in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
So there are the oldest species on the world that are still alive and the largest. So there are ones in Oregon right now that are estimated to be between 3,000 and 5,000 years old as an individual.
I'm curious about the emotions. Sometimes people think about positive emotions or negative emotions, and you're talking about like an emotional charge or the herbs having an emotional charge to them or an emotional personality. How do those work together?
Well, the good news is the flowers don't have negative emotions.
Okay.
They only have positive emotions, which is very nice. So when we're looking at a flower essence, well, since we're talking about the heart, why don't we talk about bleeding heart as an emotional transmitter? Okay. So you can even look at a bleeding heart. You don't have to be a shaman or a person who works with plant spirits and stuff like that to know that it looks like a teardrop dropping off a heart.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks that way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of the doctor of signature. But what it really does is if a person has a broken heart or feels depressed emotionally because of something that's happening, taking the flower essence of bleeding heart will protect their heart. Mm-hmm. But if you look a little bit closer, it's on a little wee thing that almost looks like a pendant. Mm-hmm. So we can say it's for codependency. So if a person really feels heartbroken because of a relationship breakup and they found out they're codependent in this whole situation, bleeding heart would be the specific one to help protect a wounded heart. Mm-hmm. So I might give that to a person who's had a heart attack along with the raw materials like the reishi, the hawthorn, the magnesium, the coenzyme Q10 to be able to build up their heart. I need to have their heart protected also. So whenever we're looking at a flower essence, and people are welcome to, we have a whole bunch of flower essences on our webpage that they can go and look at these things for free. And they have a positive attribute, what the plant represents. Mm-hmm. But that's not the way a patient comes into us. They'll come in and say, I'm really depressed today. They don't say, I want to feel like the sunshine.
Yeah.
And something like St. John's wort is the brightness of the sunshine, but it will work on people who feel depressed, especially in the winter.
Hi there, my name is Nina Wallinder, and I wanted to talk to you about Layers of Health. Layers of Health is a free online community dedicated to investigating holistic and alternative health options. These options can include physical health, mental and emotional health, business health, as well as your spiritual health. So you can join me as I discuss your health concerns with various experts, mentors, and leaders in their fields. And these interviews are offered for free live, as well as during special encore presentations. But if you find one that is particularly interesting to you, you can also purchase it. So you can join me at www.layersofhealth.com, and I'll see you on the calls.